This one's about me and my mum. She taught me sarcasm before she taught me how to walk. Made sure I knew I was a Tottenham fan before I knew my times table. And she showed me Star Wars before she showed me how to dress. And my mother has a TARDIS heart. It may not look like much on the outside, but best believe it is bigger on the inside. And I have been lost. Done all of its hallways for all of space and time and still keep finding new doors to explore. And I am sorry, Falcor, but my mum's love is more never-ending than your story. It's more unbreakable than your movie, M. Night, and it is serving more realness than any look I have seen served on the main stage of RuPaul's Drag Race. You could easily be fooled into thinking that her heart has never been broken. And yes, I know it skipped a couple of beats in high school, but I think all those crushes did was soften it. And it's got a lot of love for Idris and Denzel and a bit of Will and all of Adrian Lester, but I don't know if my father was the first one she let into it. Maybe he helped her fix it. Kept it in place up until the divorce, but after that, I expect there must have been a couple of cracks, but there's never been any fragments strewn across our living room floor. No stray splinters have fallen into our dinners. If there are any pieces missing, then she has kept them well hidden. I mean, between all of us here on this Zoom chat, I kind of think my mum's a magician. I mean, she kept me believing that she was 27 up until I was 11. She kept appearing and reappearing at all of my poetry nights and all my football matches. Scratch that. My mother is a superhero. She's currently carrying all of my fuck-ups in one hand while breaking down every barrier in front of her with the other hand. She doesn't need any spandex, but Kevin Feige is currently working on producing her own Marvel standalone film. Scratch that. My mother is a wrestler and just surpassed both Goldberg and Asuka, because I've seen my mum hurt, but I've never seen her beaten. Scratch that. My mum would beat your mum. Scratch that. My mum would beat your dad. Scratch that. My mum's at scratch that. My mum's at scratch that. My mum's a record scratcher. My mother has a TARDIS heart. It may not look like much on the outside, but best believe it is bigger than the love that she receives. And I am trying to make up for it. But I'm too busy being shit because I spend most of my nights swimming in Stella as to avoid going home. I keep knowing that she'll always be there for me to clean up my life when I keep messing up. I know that I keep trying to buy smiles, ignoring the one that she gives me for free. And in this moment, I keep thinking that I am agreeing with Elton John and Blue because there's a word I'm trying to say to her that's proving so hard right now. So instead, here's this poem. This one's for me and my mum.